Ayubowan, I am going to discuss the third chapter, Business Organizations. Already you know what is meant by a business. So business is an economic activity which manufacture or provide goods and services to fulfill human needs and wants. But here our lesson is business organizations. Normally, a business is operated as a business organization. Therefore, business organization means an individual or a group of individuals. That means a group of people working together to provide goods and services to fulfill human needs and wants. In practice, when you observe the business environment, you can see there are many business organizations around you. Your school canteen is a business organization. The commercial banks are business organizations. So like that, there are many business organizations around you. Let's discuss about business organizations by classifying them. Business organizations we can classify by using three bases. So those are based on ownership, second one based on objective, third one based on scale. We'll move to the first classification. So first classification is business organizations based on ownership. When we classify business organizations based on ownership, we classify them as private sector and public sector. If a business organization is owned by an individual or a group of individuals, it is called as a private sector business organization. Here, the capital or the resources are provided by them. So in the diagram you can see private sector we have 5 types of business organizations: sole proprietorships, partnerships, incorporated companies, cooperatives and other associations. So we are discussing them in detail in future. Then the second category is under ownership, public sector business organizations. Public sector business organizations means the business organizations which are funded and owned by the government. So the government is having the ownership of them. Sometimes the majority ownership goes to the government. So the public sector business organizations are the most common business organizations are departments, state corporations and state companies. So we are discussing them also in detail later. So that is classifying business organizations based on ownership. Then the second way of classifying business organizations is based on objective. So based on objective, we are classifying business organizations as profit-oriented business organizations and non-profit-oriented business organizations. There are some business organizations which have the objective of earning a profit. It may be in the private sector or in the public sector. So, in the private sector, profit-oriented business organizations are sole proprietorship, partnerships, and incorporated companies. Then, in public sector also, you have a profit-oriented business organization, that is state companies. Then, the next category is non-profit oriented business organizations, so we call not-for-profit. Their main objective is to ensure the social welfare or the welfare of the members. They are also in the private sector as well as in the public sector. So in the private sector you have cooperative societies and other associations. In public sector you have state corporations as well as departments. Then we'll move to the third classification, that is based on the scale. The scale means the size of the business. So, the size of a business organization depends on 4 factors. First one is the amount of capital invested to the business. Then, the second one, the number of employees, that means how many employees are working in that business organization. Then third one, energy consumption. And last one, the market share. So based on those 4 factors, we are classifying business organizations into 2 categories. Those are small and medium scale business organizations and large scale business organizations. If a business organization is having less capital and a few number of employees and they are providing their product to a limited market, then we call that business organization as a small and a medium scale business. Then if a business organization has invested a large capital, there are a more number of employees who are working. If the market share, if they have spread it to a large market share, then we call that business organization as a large scale business.